everybody, long time no chat. I'm back. Holidays are over with. School started back on Monday, so hopefully that means things should settle down a little bit. My last recording was actually done on my Mac right there. Apologize about getting that in the screen. I wasn't trying to get the pattern in the screen. Anywho, since my last video, as I said, school has started back, so things should hopefully settle down a little bit. For Christmas, my hubby got me a new phone. I got the iPhone 6 Plus. I'm so happy because that means my videos should record in better quality than the iPhone 5S, which is what I was recording on previously. So, enough of the technicalities. Let's get into the cross-stitching. As you can see, I am working on a different project than I did in my last video. In my last video, I was doing one of my handheld ones, which was a chair by the sand, blah, blah, blah. That one and its other counterpart, which is, I was working on the red chair. I've got one that has the yellow chair. It was a kit that the two came together. Anyway, those have been set aside. The reason being, they're not in any rush to get done. The main gift I had for them was delivered to them. Yay! They loved it. Yay! Extremely happy about that. So those two, I'm not like in any rush to get done, and they've got to get turned into pillows anyway, which won't happen until I see my mom again anyway. So I'm not like in any super big rush to get those done. The Moonlit Tiger cross stitch is progressing nicely. I've gotten the heads I've got the head of one completely finished. Nearly got the head of the other. They both have eyes, and they both have noses. One has a mouth, the other one not quite yet. I have that one in a different, in my living room, which I am not currently in right now. The last video I did, I was also in the living room sitting on my couch. That had become my stitching spot because we moved a bunch of stuff, and the colder it gets, the harder it was to be back here in my office. My video before that, I was actually in my dining room, which is where my office was at the time. Now I am back here sitting by a window. There's my computer, door, bathroom, my little office. So yeah. The Heaven and Earth design is progressing nicely as well. I have since completed, or should I say I did finish the 4th page. So I now completely have 4 pages completed. I am on the 5th page now. And I want to say I'm about a quarter of the way through the 5th page. I'm not positive. That one, again, is in the living room with my Moonlit Tiger one, so I could not tell you for sure, as I don't have ready access to it. And credited. Gotta hate it when this stuff knots up, especially when you only have the ability to use one hand. Hold on, folks. Okay, we're back. Okay. So, let's see, what other projects have y'all seen that I have worked on? Should I say that aren't already finished? Because I know most of them have been ones that I have done for gifts. Let's see. I may now be able to do some recordings of my Heaven and Earth design now that I have the better camera, because I can actually get the stitches in there properly. I cannot tell you how ridiculously hard it is to do these parking method like this with one hand. I normally use 2 hands to do this. So, what you see here is my parking method for this cross stitch. This cross stitch is called Up from the Coulee. Yes, I know my stitches are not the greatest. You can actually get in there and see. That they're not the super greatest. That's okay. I love this cross stitch. This cross stitch called Up from the Coulee was a gift from my dad. A gift for what, you say? A gift just because my dad is awesome like that. No, he had gotten the pattern, fell in love with it because it's mule deer and deer, of course, in general, wildlife. When I saw it, I went, oh my gosh, Dad, I love that. I want to do it. I want to do it for my husband along with my already ridiculously big Heaven and Earth design. Oh my gosh, I need another one to do. Where can I get it? Next thing I know, hey Jenny, here you go. Apparently he had gotten 2 copies. He had already planned to give me the thing. So, long story short, I now have this copy. I am now doing it. It is ridiculously awesome. 1, 2, and over 1. Okay. Now, as many of you might be wondering, why am I doing this one hand? Well, this one was easier. Bleh. This one was easier to record than my Heaven and Earth design because my Heaven and Earth design is on 25 count. This is on 18 count. The holes are bigger, easier to see, easier to manage the thread. 25 count, not so much. Whoop, hold on. There we go. Okay. Well, crap. I so need to get a stand from my phone where I'm not having to do this. But unfortunately, I can't get up. This is the best way for me to get up close to my projects, because I don't have anything else. But anyway, so like I said, I actually started this one, honestly, the same day. I went down to my parents' house, found this, found he had done this one. He gave me the pattern that he had already gotten for me. And then the very next day, my mom took me to Hobby Lobby, bought me the fabric and the thread and everything I needed to do it. And so I got to start it while I was down there, which was really awesome because my dad was actually already working on his copy of it. He's actually got 4 pages finished. I'm just on page 2. There's, how many pages? 15 pages. So, yeah, he's only got 11 pages left to go. I've got a crud ton. His favorite thing to do with me right now is, I've got this many pages done. How many do you have? Dad, I don't know. I had to take a break from cross-stitching. I haven't gotten to cross-stitch as much as you have. Which is not usual. Usually, I'm the one that cross-stitches more than him. But here lately, it's been the exact opposite, mainly because of the holidays. School has been ridiculous. I do what most people do in about 3 or 4 months in about 7 weeks. So, yeah. That is all my essays, all of my quizzes, all of my classroom time, everything in 7 weeks. And the only time I get a holiday is Christmas and New Year's. I get 2 weeks. That's it. I don't get Thanksgiving off. I don't get Memorial Day off. None of them. That's because I do online and it is ridiculous. But due to circumstances, that's the way I have to do. So, yeah. Not complaining. I actually enjoy it. It allows me to be at home with my kiddo, which I really, really like. Especially since daycare is ridiculously expensive. And I should graduate in another 2.5 years. Yay. Actually, technically another 2 years. I will do my student teaching in the fall of 2017. Unless I decide to double my classes up, in which case I will graduate earlier. So, now I'm sure y'all have noticed I have, with this, I've seen 2 different ways of doing the parking method. I see people do all of one color, park it in the next square, you know, and then move on to the next color. With this one, I'm okay with doing it this way because the squares are larger. And honestly, I don't usually, I mean, like you see here, these are really, really bulked up with thread. These are starting to get to where I will do row by row. Or I may still do, you know, one color throughout the 10 by 10 grid, or the 10 by 10, let's see, there's nothing here. Okay, but, you know, the 10 by 10 square, and then park it in the next thread, or, you know, the next square. Most of the time, like especially with my heaven and earth design, I pick a 10 by 10 square to work on, and then I do row by row as I go down, because otherwise the back gets ridiculously thick and bulky, and it makes it extremely difficult to the point that I'm actually tearing my fingers apart trying to get the needle through. Because I'm doing 2 threads on 25 count, I probably should have just bumped up to 28 count and done 1 thread. But I've already got, like I said, 4 pages completed that one, and I really do not want to have to go and get new thread and restart that one because it was a ridiculous mess to start as was. And it is massively, massively huge. So the progress I've got done, I want to keep. For this one, though, with it being on 18 count, I can do okay, the next one's way down there. So, 5, 6, but it doesn't bulk up as bad on the back, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So with this one, I'll do either way. I'll either do row by row, or I'll do all the color in one, and then move on, or park it and then move on to the next. As for parking, hold on, let me finish counting this. Okay, as for parking, I do not like to go more than 2 squares over. So in other words, let's say I finished this and I didn't have anything in this square below, nothing in this square here. I will go as far as here. I will park out to here, or not here. Blah. I'll do here, 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 or even go to this square. I don't usually go up, because usually I have more done over this way, which this is the end of this page right here. This, actually halfway through this one. So I don't usually like to go back up if I can help it, because I don't like to cover up on the back where I already have stitching. I always try to go over 1, 2. Pretty much I do like this. I'll do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, or this one. I don't go out to this one here. This to me is too far. Usually no more than 2 over. So this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Not these 2. I don't usually do these 2. Just too much. So, anyway. I hope that probably made a lot more sense in my head